Alright, what's up guys? Race Falcon here with another tutorial, and this time we're going to be looking at TvP and Heart of the Swarm. And a lot of Terrans have been having quite a bit of trouble putting on pressure due to the Mothership Core Nexus ability, where it can turn the Nexus pretty much into a giant photon cannon. So we are going to look at how to put on a little bit of pressure in a way that's not totally all in, but does have the potential to do a lot of damage. And that is the 2 racks pressure build that was made popular by Select back in, I think, 2011. Could have been earlier, could have been later, I'm not sure. But it's been not used at all pretty much for quite a while now, and I think that personally it has a pretty good place here in Heart of the Swarm, especially in the current metagame. So I'm going to pause for a second. The build order is pretty standard. 9 depot, 12 barracks, 13 gas like you would do with any gas build. No difference there. And as we go on, you basically just follow up with another depot, and as soon as you have 150 minerals after you lay down that depot and start orbital command, you will put down a second barracks, which should be coming up right now. Now, after you get one marine out to deflect scouting probes, you will put a reactor on the barracks, and when that reactor finishes, this barracks right here should finish as well, and you throw down a tech lab. As you can see, that times up pretty nicely. We start making marines right away and start making that tech lab. As these marines finish, the tech lab should finish, and we will make one marauder and start concussive shell just to help out the micro potential of these first few units. And as you can see right here, I'm just scouting, nothing huge is going on, and he lays down his nexus. This was kind of a late nexus, not terribly late, but he did go gate robo, then nexus, so it's a little bit later than it would be with a normal one gate expand, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference in this build, but I'll explain more about that later. Now we push out with 4 marines, well 5 if you include the one that we made at the start, 1 marauder and 4 SCPs. And the Protoss even sees this coming, but has pretty much 0 units to defend. I mean, he did play slightly greedy, I guess, with this robo before gates kind of opening, but honestly it's not all that uncommon. I've actually seen much greedier in the TvP matchup, because, you know, frankly Protoss just feel really safe right now, so you know, supposedly if the Protoss goes for a really safe build, then this gets shut down pretty hard, but you don't see a whole lot of those recently, so we are gonna go up to the natural and start this pressure. Now, when you get to the natural, I like to put down a couple of bunkers and just try to take it down. He doesn't have that many units at all, he can't challenge this army really, so these bunkers will finish no problem, and once they do finish, the Nexus is pretty much free. So behind this you'll get up another command center, more gas. I'm actually macroing pretty poorly behind this. I should have just done 1 barracks, 2nd gas, and a factory. But I had some excess minerals, so I laid down 2 barracks. And we'll go ahead and proceed to take out this Nexus relatively easily. He throws down his Nexus ability, but you know, once the bunkers are up, that really doesn't matter that much. It'll get taken out pretty quickly. And now you find yourself with a huge lead. You have a command center up on your opponent, infrastructure building, and this macro is terrible, by the way, because I'm pretty new with this build, so everything's not totally ironed out yet, but yeah, basically that's all there is to it. It works quite a bit. The few times I've tried it, I've ended up killing the Nexus every time. Of course that's not going to happen every time, but it seems to be pretty strong in Heart of the Swarm, so give it a try if you're having trouble against Protoss. A couple of pointers. This build is actually probably best to do on 4-player maps, because if it's scouted, then it's just not as effective. The Protoss is going to spend their chrono boost on units instead of probes, which, I mean, does damage in and of itself, but you'll probably end up behind, so try your best to make sure this isn't scouted. That's why we make that 1 marine at the start to deflect the scouting probe. And on a 4-player map, or on big maps in particular, there's just a much greater chance that you will not get scouted. So this can work on 2-player maps, as shown in this video, but 4-player would probably be best. And last but not least, be cautious of the follow-up with this build. If Protoss gets his Nexus sniped, He'll probably go for some kind of all-in. In this game it was a Colossus all-in, and I actually lost to it because I got lazy, I didn't scout, and when he showed up at my front door with a Colossus, and the second one on the way, I had 0 Vikings, even though I should have had enough units to deal with it because, I mean, obviously I'm on 2 base for this whole time, and, you know, if you're macroing well and scouting well, then there's no way you should lose in this spot. So don't get lazy with your scouting. Make sure you know what's coming and prepare properly, and you should have no problem winning a lot of games with this build. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos soon. Thanks.